you ever need to call us for support on your new pinball machine, then it helps to understand a little bit of basic pinball terminology. Not only will this make it easier for you to better communicate the problem to us, but it will also make it much easier to advise you on the best course of action and get you playing again sooner. A lot of things are self-explanatory, like the playfield, bumpers, lights, flippers, etc. But others have slightly more unusual names that a new pinball owner may not be familiar with. So feel free to use this guide to help you when communicating with our engineers or our sales team. Let's begin with at a glance. The large head of the game is called the back box. The back box is normally where most of the processing and software on a pinball machine operates from. Looking closer at the back box, you can notice two main things, the back glass and the display. The back glass is what protects the inner circuitry found inside. It's also what bears the beautiful artwork that gives pinball machines their distinctive look. The display below is what shows your scores and other information. It can be a DMD, as seen here, or an alphanumeric display, as seen here. Let's have a look at the main body of the game, starting with the cabinet. The cabinet is what contains all the mechanics that make the game work, including the playfield. At the front of the game, you'll see a long metal strip. This is the lockdown bar. This is what keeps the playfield glass in place. Finally, at the very front of the game is the coin door. This is what gives you access to release the lockdown bar and internal mechanisms of the machine's playfield, including the service switches and buttons. With the coin door open, you can see a few more important components. Firstly, the service switches. The service switches are a bank of 3 or 4 switches that allow you to change various settings on the game. More on that in a different video. Another thing just inside the game, normally on the left hand side, is the tilt bob. The tilt bob is a very simple device that detects when the game is being moved and registers a tilt. We've done another video explaining how this works and how it can be adjusted in more detail. Finally, here are a few more useful terms to be familiar with. At the very bottom of the playfield, you'll find the trough. The trough is where balls are stored after they're lost on the playfield. At the bottom right of the playfield is the shooter lane. It's where a ball is kicked before it's launched onto the playfield. Finally, there are coils and switches. A coil is a little magnetic plunger that is responsible for moving a huge variety of playfield features, from flippers, kickers and many other things. These are high voltage components though, so do not touch these, especially when the machine is switched on. Finally, there are switches. Switches on the playfield detect where a pinball is at any given time during a game. If a certain shot or feature isn't registering, then it may be due to a switch not being operational. We appreciate that there are quite a few terms in this list, so feel free to pause or watch any part of the video you need again when in communication with us. Equally, if there's any other part that you're not familiar with, we'll do everything we can to help bring you up to speed.